everyone. Welcome back to Story Orbit N. I'm Jessica, and today, I'm kind of upset, to be honest. Quick question to start. If your town wanted to replace a forest with a shopping mall, what would you do?
I'm Tom. Bold opening. Jessica, you were straight for the heart of it and maybe straight for my popcorn because I love a good debate.
I am not in a popcorn mood today, Tom. I am worried, I am annoyed, and I am ready to fight for trees.
For anyone new here, we are Story Orbit N. And today we are debating a real situation. Jessica's town might cut down a forest to build a big, shiny mall.
Shiny for whom, though? Because for birds, foxes, and weekend walkers like me, it is not shiny. It is sad.
You are already planting your flag, and I am not surprised. You are against the mall.
Against it completely. I take my dog there, I run there, I breathe there. It is my peaceful place.
I hear you, but I am going to be the voice of the mall today, not because I hate forests. I love them, but because I think development can help people.
Development can help people, but the question is, at what cost?
Let us quickly explain that. At what cost means what do we lose or sacrifice to get something?
Good. And another useful word for today is dilemma, which means a difficult choice between two important options.
Perfect. Think of choosing between nature and jobs. That is today's dilemma.
And for me, it is not just a mental exercise. I know the trees, the trails, the little wooden bridge that creaks after it rains.
Creaks is nice vocabulary. To creak means to make a slow, squeaky sound, often from wood or old metal.
Exactly the sound. And when I hear it, I slow down and look at the river.
So your memories live there. I get it. But let me pitch the other side. A mall brings jobs, restaurants, cinemas, safe indoor spaces for families when it rains.
You say pitch. Listeners, to pitch means to present or propose an idea, usually to persuade someone.
And my pitch continues. The mall could reduce travel. People now drive to the next city to shop. With a local mall, they drive less. That could lower emissions.
I see how that sounds logical, but we should not pretend it is good for the planet to bulldoze a forest. Listeners, to bulldoze means to push down and clear land with heavy machines.
True. Clearing land is serious, but construction is part of modern life, so maybe the real question is, can we build smarter?
To build smarter could mean to design with eco-friendly methods like green roofs, solar panels, rainwater collection.
Exactly, and the mall could include a big public park around it, with preserved trees, community gardens, bike lanes.
I have heard this promise before, and sometimes the final result is smaller and grayer, so I am cautious.
Cautious is a great word for learners. Cautious means careful, not taking risks easily.
Let me share 3 reasons to protect the forest. First, biodiversity, which means the variety of life, plants, animals, insects, and how they depend on each other.
Strong start. Give me 2 and 3.
2, mental health. Nature reduces stress, improves mood, and helps us think clearly.
Good example. Sentence for listeners. A short walk in the forest improves my mental health.
3, climate regulation. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and cool the area. That helps against heat waves.
I accept those points. For me, 1, local economy, which means how money and jobs move in a community. The mall can create work for teenagers, parents, and small business owners.
I want those jobs, but not in that location.
2, convenience, which means being easy and time-saving. People can buy essentials without long trips.
Counterpoint, we already have a market street. We could improve it instead of replacing trees.
3, social hub, which means a place where people naturally gather. Malls can be that, with safe spaces, benches, and events.
The forest is also a social hub. People say hello on the trails, kids learn to ride bikes, seniors stretch in the shade.
Fair picture. But not everyone loves mud and mosquitoes. Some people prefer air conditioning and clean floors.
Let me ask, listeners, which kind of social hub makes you feel better? The sound of birds or the sound of a fountain in a mall food court?
Food court. Quick definition. Food court means an area in a mall with many small restaurants and shared tables.
Now let us talk about alternatives. Tom, what about building the mall on brownfield land? That means abandoned or underused industrial land.
That is a strong proposal. It solves 2 problems. It cleans an old site and keeps the forest. Let us bring in a process term. Your town is holding a public hearing, which means a meeting where citizens can share opinions before officials make a decision.
I am preparing my speech and I want it to be clear and polite, not angry, but firm.
Firm is useful. Firm means strong and confident, not changing easily.
I am going to use storytelling, which means explaining through personal stories. I will describe walking my dog at sunrise, the mist over the grass, the way my neighbor smiles when he sees us.
Good strategy. And add data, say biodiversity, mental health, climate regulation. Show both heart and numbers.
Listeners, how would you design a 2-minute speech? What would you put first, the story or the data?
While they think, I will clarify a phrase I like, pros and cons, which means advantages and disadvantages. We are comparing pros and cons all episode.
And another, slippery slope, which means a process that, once it starts, is hard to stop and can lead to worse results. If we cut one forest, will we cut the next one too?
That is a persuasive warning, but the city will argue property rights, which means legal rights to use land or buildings.
Property rights are important, but cities can guide development with zoning, which means rules about where you can build homes, shops, factories, or parks. Let us do a mini role play. I am the developer, you are the mayor.
Wait, I wanted to be the developer. Developers get to wear hard hats.
Fine, you are the developer, I am the mayor. Go.
Mayor, we propose a mall that creates 500 jobs, includes solar panels, and dedicates 20% of land to public green space.
Developer, thank you. Our condition is that you build on the old factory site, not on the forest, and you fund a trail network with bike parking.
We can accept the site change if we receive a modest tax incentive.
Listeners, tax incentive means a reduction in taxes to encourage an investment.
And modest means small and reasonable. I am not asking for a palace.
We will consider a limited incentive if the jobs pay living wages and if local stores get affordable rents.
Living wage, quick help. Living wage means a salary that covers basic needs like housing, food, and transport.
And affordable rent means a reasonable cost for a shop to operate so small local businesses can survive.
I like this negotiation. We are showing compromise.
Exactly the path I want. Not destruction, not total blockage, a smart compromise. Now, let us dip into grammar for a minute. Nothing heavy, just something useful. The structure, would rather, which means to prefer, as in, I would rather keep the forest than build a mall.
Another one is if clauses, a conditional, like if the mall is built on brownfield land, I will support it.
And unless, which means except if, as in, I will not support the project unless they protect the river.
I imagine a mall with a giant skylight and indoor trees.
Indoor trees are cute. Real forests are better. Sunlight on your skin is better than skylight on a tile floor.
Maybe, but imagine a rainy Saturday. Families need a place to walk. The mall is dry and safe.
The forest is also beautiful in soft rain. The smell of pine is stronger. The path is quiet.
I can almost smell the trees and mushrooms, which means we are getting hungry.
Focus, Tom. This is serious. The town meeting is in 7 days. I have to prepare a petition. I will take it to the square on Saturday morning and ask people to sign.
As you do that, practice a short pitch. Say, we want development that respects nature.
Nice. And I will add, we propose the mall on the old factory site. Now a fun expression, not my cup of tea, which means not something I like. The mall idea on forest land is not my cup of tea.
And a polite disagreement phrase, I see your point, however, which means I understand you, but I disagree. I see your point. However, I still believe access to services matters.
Great language for respectful debate. And speaking of respectful, avoid shouting at meetings. It closes ears.
It does. And here is a helpful verb, to backfire, which means to have the opposite effect. Yelling can backfire because it makes others defensive.
Another one, to rally, which means to gather support and energy for a cause. We will rally neighbors with flyers that show the brownfield option.
Flyers. Flyers are small printed papers with information. Also consider stakeholders, which means people who are affected by a decision. Talk to shop owners, parents, hikers.
Hikers are people who walk long distances in nature.
They will definitely sign.
Let us imagine the meeting. The room is full. Someone says the forest is empty land. I will calmly say, empty for whom? Then I will explain ecosystem services, which means benefits nature provides, like clean air and water.
Strong term. Add a quick example. Trees lower city temperatures, which reduces energy costs.
Then someone asks about jobs. I will say, jobs matter, which is why we propose the brownfield site and a job training program.
Job training program. Job training program means classes or practice to help people learn skills for new work.
And I will ask for public transport to the site so teenagers and seniors can reach it.
Nice equity move. Equity means fairness that considers different needs.
And I will finish with a short personal line. When I walk my dog at sunrise, I remember why I chose this town. Please help me keep that feeling.
That is your mic drop. But do not drop the mic. Those are expensive.
I will just smile and breathe.
Let us bring listeners back in. What would your closing line be? Try writing one sentence that mixes a fact and a feeling.
For example, the forest cools our summers and calms our hearts.
Beautiful. Now let us talk disagreement skills for a second. Use, I respect your view. I see a different path. This keeps the door open.
And use, could we explore, which means invite discussion instead of fight. Like, could we explore the factory site?
A phrase for change your minds is, what would it take? Which means ask for the conditions needed. Like, what would it take for the developer to shift the location?
And for developers listening, a phrase for trust is, we are prepared to commit, which means we will sign and deliver specific actions.
Before we wrap up, I want to touch a subtle grammar point. Used to.
Which means a past habit that no longer happens. Like, I used to think malls were harmless. Now I think carefully about their location.
And contrast it with be used to, which means to be accustomed to. Like, I am used to walking in the forest every morning.
Listeners, make 2 sentences, one with used to, one with be used to. Write them in the comments.
Another nice pair is to and enough, as in, this plant is too risky, or there is not enough shade without trees.
And one more is so and such. So before adjectives, such before nouns, like so noisy, such a noisy space.
Short, clear, done.
I think we gave a full debate today, but I am curious, Tom, after all this, do you still support the mall in the forest?
I support the mall on the brownfield site, and I support protecting your trees.
Then you and I can walk there together on Saturday, and you can help me gather signatures.
I will, and I will buy the coffee after.
Deal. Bring your best reusable cup.
Of course, sustainable style.
Listeners, take a breath. Think for a second. What matters most in your town? What are you willing to speak up for?
And what are you willing to compromise on? Development with respect. That is our theme.
We are ready to close, but first, let us recap the vocabulary and expressions we used.
Dilemma means a difficult choice between 2 important options. Example, the town faces a dilemma about the forest.
At what cost means what we lose to gain something. Example, we can build a mall, but at what cost?
To bulldoze means to clear land with heavy machines. Example, they want to bulldoze the forest.
Biodiversity means the variety of life in an ecosystem. Example, the forest has rich biodiversity.
Mental health means our emotional and psychological well-being. Example, nature helps my mental health.
Climate regulation means nature's way of controlling temperature and gases. Example, trees support climate regulation.
Local economy means how money and jobs move in a community. Example, the mall could affect the local economy.
Convenience means being easy and time-saving. Example, shopping nearby is a convenience.
Social hub means a place where people gather. Example, the park is our social hub.
Food court means a group of restaurants with shared seating. Example, we met in the mall food court.
Brownfield land means abandoned or underused industrial land. Example, build the mall on brownfield land.
Public hearing means a meeting where citizens give opinions. Example, I will speak at the public hearing.
Firm means strong and steady. Example, she gave a firm speech.
Pros and cons means advantages and disadvantages. Example, we compared the pros and cons.
Slippery slope means a process that leads to worse results once it starts. Example, Cutting one forest is a slippery slope.
Zoning means rules for where to build. Example, zoning can protect parks.
Tax incentive means a tax reduction to encourage investment. Example, the city offered a tax incentive.
Living wage means a salary that covers basic needs. Example, the jobs must pay a living wage.
Stakeholders means people affected by a decision. Example, shop owners or stakeholders.
Backfire means to have the opposite effect. Example, shouting can backfire in a meeting.
Rally means to gather support. Example, we will rally neighbors on Saturday.
Used to means a past habit. Example, I used to ignore zoning rules, and be used to means accustomed to. Example, I am used to walking in the forest.
Would rather means to prefer. Example, I would rather protect the forest.
Unless means accepteth. Example, I will not support the plan unless they change the site.
Ecosystem services means benefits nature provides. Example, trees give ecosystem services like clean air.
If you want to practice, write one sentence in the comments using any new word from today. Maybe try although, or if, or I would rather, and tell us your position about the forest and the mall.
Thank you for spending time with us, for thinking deeply, and for learning with Story Orbit N.
Keep walking, keep questioning, keep talking in English, and keep your words kind even when you disagree. We will see you next time, hopefully with good news about the forest.
And with coffee, reusable cups ready. Bye everyone.